Let me ask you something. What truly keeps a government honest? Is it law, rules, or something deeper, something invisible, yet powerful? Welcome to FlukyFacts, where we break down complex topics into meaningful stories. Today, we are exploring one of the most important yet least discussed pillars of governance, ethics in public service. Because no matter how strong the law is, it's worthless without people of integrity to enforce it. This topic connects directly to UPSC GS Paper 4, ethics, integrity, and aptitude. But beyond exams, it's about the moral soul of administration. Let's decode why ethics is not just a subject, it's a heartbeat of honest governance. So, what exactly do we mean by ethics in public service? Ethics is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. In administration, it means putting the public interest above personal gain. Every decision allocating resources, granting license, implementing welfare must reflect fairness, honesty, and justice. A civil servant is not just a government employee, they are trustees of public welfare. And remember this quote by Photo Stewart: ethics is knowing the difference between what you have the right to do and what is right to do. Ethics keeps governance human. It ensures that power serves people, not the other way around. Let's face it, in today's world, public trust in institutions is fragile. Scandals, favoritism, and corruption often make people lose faith in governance. Ethics act as the bridge of trust between citizens and the state. When officers act honestly, even under political or social pressure, they restore confidence in the system. When they misuse power, the damage spread far beyond one department. It shakes democracy itself. As someone once said, a government without ethics is like a ship without a compass. And without that compass, even the best policies can lose direction. Now, what keeps a public servant ethically grounded? Five core values. The moral DNA of governance, integrity, doing the right thing even when no one is looking, impartiality, treating every citizen equally without bias, objectivity, making decisions based on facts, not influence, accountability, being answerable for every action, transparency, keeping process open for public scrutiny. These are not just textbooks ideas, they are real tools for decision making. When an officer ensure welfare funds reach the needy instead of the powerful, that's ethics in motion. When one refuses to bend the rules for personal gain, that's integrity in action. Here's an interesting thought. Following the law is not always the same as being ethical. Law tells us what is legal. Ethics tells us what is right. Law is enforced from outside. Ethics comes from within. For example, it might be legal to clear a forest for a project, but is it ethical if it destroys livelihoods or ecosystems? Law sets the minimum standards. Ethics sets the ideal. That's why we say ethics begin where the law ends. India's ethical governance is not a new idea. It's rooted in our constitution and our civilization. Our preamble speaks of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity, all ethical promises, not just political ones. Our governance philosophy draws from dharma, the duty to do what's right. Think of the leaders who saved this moral vision: Mahatma Gandhi, truth and non-violence; Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, social justice and equality; Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, integrity and unity. Our constitution does not just define powers, it defines purpose. Ethics is not an ornament for governance, it's its foundation. It builds trust among citizens, ensures fairness in policies, and prevents misuse of authority. When administrators act ethically, the government earns legitimacy and people cooperate willingly. That's why initiatives like the Right to Information Act, Lokpal, and e-governance were introduced to make integrity a system, not an expectation. Remember, corruption fighters in the sunlight of transparency. Now, here's where it gets real. Public servants often face situations where both often seem right or both seem wrong. Should an officer follow a senior's orders or their own conscience? Should they bend a rule to help someone poor or stick strictly to policy? These are ethical dilemmas, moments that test one's value. The key lies in reasoning, balancing empathy with duty, personal beliefs with constitutional morality. Because, as they say, an ethical dilemma is not about choosing between right and wrong, it's about choosing between two rights. A democracy is not just about elections, it's about trust. When citizens believe their government is fair and transparent, they participate more actively. When they don't, democracy becomes hollow. Ethical governance ensures equal opportunity, reduces corruption, and promotes sustainable development. It's what turns democracy from a system into spirit. Simply put, ethics gives democracy its heartbeat. India has several institutions that act as guardian of ethical governance. Central Vigilance Commissions prevent corruption. Lokpal and Lokayuks handle complaints against officials. RTI Act makes information public. Citizen Charter defines service standards and accountability. E-governance uses technology to reduce discretion and bias. These are not just systems, they are safeguards that ensure ethics survives even when individuals falter. Ethics today is not just about people, it's about the planet. Public servants have an ethical duty to ensure sustainable development. Articles 48A and 51A of our Constitution mandate protection of the environment as both a state and citizen duty. It means promoting renewable energy, protecting forests, and balancing growth with conservation. Because ethics in governance today ensure the survival of generation tomorrow. Leadership in public service is not about titles, it's about example. Ethical leaders are those who walk, they talk. They inspire trust and set moral directions. Think of E. Sridharan, the Metro Mayor, known for his integrity and efficiency, or C.N. Session, who redefined electoral honesty. True leadership means being fearless in truth and compassionate in action. It's about leading not by command, but by conscience. The ethics comes alive in real stories. TN system revolutionized India's election system, proving that integrity can change institutions. Also, Khemka stood against corruption despite political pressure and over 50 transfers. During COVID-19, countless IS officers showed empathy and innovation in crisis response. Each of them reminds us integrity may cost comfort, but it earns respect that lasts a lifetime. For UPSC aspirants, this topic is gold. It directly connects to GS Paper 4, ethics, integrity, and aptitude. Key areas include public service value and ethical reasoning, probity in governance, emotional intelligence, case studies analysis. A good UPSC answer connects theory to application, how ethics transform governance into trust and service. To sum it up, laws create systems, but ethics give them soul. Ethics in public service ensure that power serves people with honesty, fairness, and compassion. It's not about being perfect, it's about being principled. If you found this video insightful, like, share, and subscribe to FlukyFacts, while learning is made visual, simple, and meaningful. Now, your turn. Which of the following is not a core value in public service? Integrity, impartiality, political alignment, accountability. Comment your answer below and let's see who get it right first. Until next time, stay curious, stay ethical, and think unlimited.